Through the 4 seasons, one can attain nirvana, break through yin and yang, step on life and death, gather in reincarnation without extinction, and thus become holy. The saint does not remain stagnant in thingsLi. Luoluo came to this world, from low-key hesitation at the beginning to decisive killing, only to discover his true self. Only then did I understand a truth. As long as the sword is sharp enough, the truth can be explained, and from then on, drawing the sword is invincible. In the early stage, the wasteland was excessive, not invincible and refreshing. In the later stage, it will be excessive. If you like to push it horizontally, please be patient in advance. You cannot directly read the chapters of Qingshan Domain. Chapter 1. Accept the ordinary fate. You are listening at novel full.audio. De Qian, a desolate state. At this moment, the scorching sun shone on the entire land, causing pedestrians heading to the wasteland to sweat profusely in search for something to cover it up. The scene was dull and speechless. Huangzhou has always been the poorest region and the most remote place in Deqian, mostly consisting of sandy land. Apart from the sandy land, it is also a desert with sparse vegetation. Resources are scarce, spiritual energy is scarce, and most warriors are unwilling to come here. Luoluo, no, it should be called Luoluo now. After the fetus quickly adapted to this world, Luoluo judged that her home should be very wealthy. A few days later, when I woke up, I saw the desert. Although I had lived in a mansion a few days ago and had countless beautiful maids around me, I was sure to be a comfortable and nourishing nobleman in the future. I just walked to this broken place. This is a great blow to my young soul. Luoluo made a babbling sound. The next moment, with a loud bang, a pair of delicate jade hands hit Luoluo's buttocks. The people around looked as usual, as if they were used to hearing such sounds. Luoluo's eyes immediately shed tears and shouted, "It really hurts. How could my dignified adult traveler have such a tragic experience? I'm not even 1 year old." Cry loudly, yes, that's it. A little baby should cry a few times a day to be normal. The speaker was Luoluo's mother, with a slightly frivolous voice and unprofessional way of holding the child. Sitting lazily on the carriage. All right, don't cry. I am a grandiose saint of the demon cult, unparalleled in beauty. I haven't had much experience with raising children before. This is the secret script I obtained after consulting a great Confucian mother. Luoling said proudly. From the moment Luoluo was born, he saw his mother and knew that she was a bit unreliable. At first glance, he said she was so ugly, grabbed her calf and stood upside down, touching her young body. With bright eyes and white teeth, and a clear and gentle voice, Luoluo felt indescribable comfort. Luoluo was extremely happy at that time. With such a beautiful mother, as long as she developed normally, she would definitely be a handsome young master in the future. It's all your fault, little darling. It's too quiet every day. Originally, I thought you must be a trouble on the way. Children like to cry and easily reveal their whereabouts. I designed 3 complete escape plans for 3 nights. Who knew you didn't use any of it? You were so obedient and didn't cry. Luoling explained. Luoluo started arguing, "Why did you beat me when I was so worry-free?" "Alright, what baby language are you talking about, little brat? A child who doesn't cry is not normal. I've consulted many people, and it's better for a child to cry." Luoling began his new day of childcare plan. Luoluo started a new day of communication and exchange, hoping to have a conversation with her mother in advance and change her mother's wrong way of taking care of children. To others, this is such a harmonious and beautiful scene. Luoluo, formerly known as Luoluo, is a great traveler. Since the moment when the new student opened his eyes, Luoluo has known that he will definitely become a civilized and virtuous person in the future, a unified existence in the martial arts world for thousands of years. Before crossing the time, Luoluo was a standard genius college student majoring in computer science, with a package of plans for the future. Who would have known that he would die before his graduation, otherwise he would definitely dominate the computer field in the future. Thinking of this, Luoluo clenched his fists and encouraged himself, ahem, 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 ahem. After enjoying a few days of luxurious clothing and food, I, Luoluo, am already satisfied. I don't know what happened, but in the days to come, let me, Luoluo, take on the heavy burden of this family. Luoluo decided to use his advantage as a baby to eavesdrop on the situation of his mother who was running away. This mother clearly gave birth to a child out of wedlock, and I don't know what happened. After giving birth to herself, she started to run away. Upon hearing fragmented information, Luoluo probably knew that his mother, Luoling, was the saint of the demon cult, a legitimate cult. Is it because after giving birth to me, Luoluo, he wanted to change his ways and become a righteous person, or to retire and cultivate me into a peerless expert, competing for the position of sect leader? But I am a socialist young man, a great traveler, a righteous ambassador for the future, the son of noble fortune, and the leader of the righteous path. How can I go to this place with no future development prospects, the demon cult? Will there be any tradition in this demonic cult where one cannot have children, and once they have children, they will have to go? Are you currently being pursued by the demonic cult? But after seeing the strength of Luoling, Luoluo felt 100 reassurances. Just a few days ago, on the way to Huangzhou, I met a group of professional mountain bandits with big arms, round waist, and a fierce appearance. The slogans were standard, the personnel were complete, and everyone was holding machetes. After a series of threats, only Luoluo screamed in panic. The thief boss angrily gave orders. Little baby dares to shout at me, little ones, go ahead. With a grand momentum, neat and uniform, and rich experience. At that time, Luoluo was extremely nervous and scared. He had several plans in his heart to remind his mother that the enemy was fierce and to run quickly. Procrastinate, in case there is a martial arts hero passing by, I will definitely extend a helping hand. My son of great fortune is so lucky. Or surrender and save your life before making any plans. Luoling only used one palm, that's all. After a palm strike, the wind was uneven and the waves were not calm. The trees around were all swaying, and several large trees fell without hesitation, blocking the road tightly. After several bandit leaders fell, they never got up again, while the other bandits silently cleared the roadblock caused by this palm strike. The victorious achievements of the bandits who plundered day and night were all laughed at by Luoling Creek, and the bandits willingly gave everything they had. As long as Luoling no longer investigates, they can repent and do good day and night at any cost. Luoluo heard the words, Master, spoken by the mountain bandits. I heard the fear of the mountain bandits. After robbing the bandits in Luoling, amidst the pleading for mercy from the bandits, a group of people became dumbfounded. In the arms of Luoling, watching the whole process had a great impact on Luoluo's young soul. It is said that during the reign of Emperor Qianlong, the great masters were of the highest combat power, and there were not many great masters in the 16 provinces of the entire Qianlong kingdom, still so young. Luoluo is extremely at ease now. At least safety is guaranteed, and martial arts are absolutely indispensable. Let's put it this way. The poorest wasteland of the 16 states is actually the best existence, which can steadily develop for a few years. When I, Luoluo, grow into a graceful young man, I will definitely go out of the wasteland and do something great. Luoluo is 1 year old now. Apart from his imaginative thoughts, there is really nothing else to do, only to look forward to the future and improve his own future plans. Saint, I think it's better for the young master to be called Luoluo. There's no need to add extra reduplication, Luoluo. It doesn't sound majestic. Lao Chui earnestly advised. What kind of Lord Luo will he be called in the future? You can write a book about the adventures of Lord Luo while going out. This is quite outrageous. Luoluo on the side quickly agreed. It's like this, if you don't want a nickname, you can just give it a powerful and domineering name. Li Tianjiao, Li Tianba, Li Wudi, Li Guangrong, Li Changsheng, and I, Li Luoluo, won't pick anything. I really won't pick anything. Lao Chui, at least you are also the future leader of the demon cult that I have trained. However, we have failed to usurp the throne. Luolingxi is completely arbitrary and stubborn in this matter. As long as you have strength, even a dog named Little Dog can dominate the world. Just call it Li Luoluo, I think it's great. This is the name that Saint Ben has been racking her brain for a year, it sounds cute and comfortable. Luolingxi was very serious, holding Li Luo, showing the radiance of motherhood, as if this beautiful woman had given everything for her child. At that moment, Li Luoluo was very moved. His mother had been thinking about a trivial name for a whole year, and she was really a biological mother. Li Luoluo thought that if he hadn't thought about it for a year, his name wouldn't be so similar to his previous life, namely Luo. Only by dedicating his true emotions seriously can he have such a great fate and coincidence. The scenery of the desolate state strictly conforms to the name of the wilderness. It is a desolate area with little vegetation around it, not even a crooked-necked tree can be seen, and sparse yellow grass. But it still couldn't stop the mother and son from immersing themselves in it, with a sense of maternal kindness and filial piety. Even if this mother is an unreliable young woman, this baby can only bark and cry, cannot speak, and is also very narcissistic and arrogant little brat. Lao Chui planned to use his lifelong experience to refute this conclusion, but saw that the interaction between the mother and son was very friendly, so he couldn't bear to disturb them. Can only silently roast in his heart. His father's name is Li, and your name is Luo. At most, you added another word Luo. You told me that you had thought about it for a year, but the dog didn't believe it. Guess whether I believe it or not. However, Lao Chui thinks it's not bad now. Temporarily avoiding its sharpness is the best choice, and the wasteland is the best place to recuperate and hide. The demonic cult was messed up by the wind and rain, and the righteous people in the martial arts world were shouting and killing him. The newly enthroned Emperor Deqian, who had not even stood firm, immediately used his imperial privileges to arrest Luolingxi with all his might. It is a great miracle that this notorious, extraordinary woman can temporarily avoid her sharpness. Chui Mulan, the most enterprising person in the demon sect, whose misery was not understood by anyone, silently roast, and then began to warn around for fear that any follower would reveal his whereabouts. Li Luoluo's heart was full of grandeur, but he still began to have a longing for the future in his mind. He struggled to become invincible and then cut off the sky with one sword. The days of invincibility in the world are really not far away, at most for more than 10 years, not more than 20 years. Chapter 2. What big secrets did I hear? You are listening at novelfull.audio. The Deqian dynasty has gone through thousands of years and is now at the end of the imperial succession. There were corrupt officials, rebellious martial artists, rampant aristocratic families, and suffering among the people. Various princes and nobles do not follow the orders of the Qiandu emperor, and the martial arts sects engage in open and covert struggles. The righteous sect aims to subdue demons and eliminate them, while the evil sects dance in chaos, wanting to compete with the righteous sect. In the late Qianlong period, chaos was rampant, and there were rumors in the martial arts world that the imperial dynasty could not last for 1,000 years, which is a rule in this world. Princely Daoran of the current dynasty emerged from the sky, and those who ascended to the throne suppressed the martial arts world with the invincible realm of their masters. They successively destroyed 3 major aristocratic families, punished corrupt officials, and enabled the imperial court to live 1,000 years of life. For a moment, everyone in the world praised him, and martial artists turned pale when talking about him. Nowadays, with the restoration of imperial rule in various states, the imperial court is in a state of chaos waiting to be revived, and ambitious individuals can only lurk and accumulate strength. Li Daoran, who is a special cat, dares to paste my portrait all over the states, even small county towns are not spared. Luoling gritted his teeth and said, wishing he could use his knife to strike the current emperor Li Daoran. Shouldn't the emperor's accession to the throne prioritize career development? Wanted old lady, you seem to have a huge influence, don't you? It seems like you have gained the world. Li Luoluo's eyelids twitched. I am still a baby. My mother is actually a wanted criminal, an enemy of the emperor, a saint of the demon cult, and a girl with strength but no luck who wants to dominate the world. How could this be a temporary avoidance of sharpness? It's a desperate escape, and it's not an exaggeration to say a mouse crossing the street. Li Luoluo settled with his mother in the county seat of Sanyang County in Huangzhou. Pinyin City. This is a lucky county town, symbolizing safety. A desolate state is already a place that military strategists will not consider. Often, a desolate state is a large one that can go with the flow. History has proven that as long as you conquer the other 15 states, the barren states will automatically surrender. Near the desert, it is as hot as summer all year round, with scorching sun, scarce resources, and many shortcomings. Li Luoluo looked at Pinyin City with small eyes and felt good. It was peaceful and the people lived and worked in peace, without the chaotic appearance after the war. Having received 9 years of compulsory education and experienced modern peace and civilization, Li Luoluo knows that stability and peace are the path for ordinary people. The world of martial arts, such a safe region that can be encountered but not sought after, is the safe place where Li Luoluo grew up. Cui Mulan has already arranged everything. After arriving in Pinyin City, everything was arranged properly, including clothing, food, housing, and transportation. Without the mentality of running away before, she has started a new plan. Saint, I have settled down now. Please take the young master to rest and recuperate. I will go back and arrange all the forces that have split me from the demonic cult. It is not difficult for Cui Mulan to reveal her plan in her words. As a person with ambition, there is no fear of failure. At least, she has left the resources to rise again. Li Luoluo, as a 1-year-old baby, lurked between Luoling Creek and Cui Mulan, listening to the secret. Li Luoluo smiled smugly, and only those who had been beaten to death by other travelers knew his background, the secrets of those around him, and the identity of his parents, while he effortlessly. I couldn't help but burst out laughing. With a slap from Luoling, Li Luoluo immediately stopped talking and quieted down. The group of bandits from the demon sect must have planted an inner ghost in your power. Old Cui, it's not too late for you to break through the Grandmaster realm and return. During this period, we can also see the loyalty of your subordinates. Luoling suggests. Li Luoluo's heart twitched fiercely, and he felt even more heartbroken as he looked at Luoling's resentful expression. After analysis, after lowering my requirements, the identity of the leader of the demon cult disappeared. This is a quarrel with the demon cult. Originally, the demon cult was a villainous force. Luoling led the demon cult's large army to rebel and become the empress. He also arranged for his subordinate Cui Mulan to control the demon cult. As a result, chicken flies and eggs are beaten. The result is a two-way pursuit of the righteous and the underworld. No wonder you came to this place where birds don't poop. Li Luoluo took a sad breath and watched as the two lying dragons and phoenixes reminisced about the past. Unfortunately, the rebellion was not successful, and unfortunately, the demon cult was not well controlled. Luoling sighed deeply, feeling that she had encountered too many traitors and was too careless. She was only a little short of success. It was not her fault, but the other party was too cunning. Don't worry, Saint. I have a sense of propriety and will only bring a few loyal subordinates to Lingzhou to deliver messages for me. The rest will be developed and grown independently in each state. After I break through my master, I will make new plans. Li Luoluo listened clearly to the discussion between the two people. I secretly decided in my heart that in the future, I must establish more small accounts when going out to protect my safety. The whole world is enemies. She is truly someone who wants to become the empress. She joined the demon cult as a saint and used chicken to lay eggs to incite a rebellion. In the end, she was betrayed by the demon cult. It's already great to be able to fully recover from failure. Li Daoran, this thief must have found that his little treasury was completely gone, which made him angry and ashamed. Not only did the royal family suffer looting, but also the treasures of the demon cult, which have been preserved for thousands of years, suffered heavy losses from various sects and sections. Luoling, aware of the failure of the rebellion, divided his troops to seize the treasures of various families, especially those from the demon cult. They were familiar with the way and ran away after grabbing them. Luoluo analyzed in his mother's words that this mother is not very reliable, but she really has some skills and is not easy to provoke. To achieve these things, it is not something that can be understood in just 1 or 2 words. When I grow up and go out to explore the world, without absolute strength, I cannot expose my amazing background. There's no way. Luoluo is afraid that everyone will be too enthusiastic and he can't bear it. From a few words, Luoluo learned about the realm division of this martial arts world. The beginner level of martial arts is level 9, with the highest level being level 1 and a bottleneck every level 3. The Deqian dynasty has stood for thousands of years, and the development of martial arts has been extremely prosperous, especially after experiencing turbulent times. Without the constraints of the court, various sects have developed rapidly. The third-rank realm is already capable of becoming a great general of a country, with glory, wealth, and status easily obtainable. Above the first-level realm is innate, above innate is a master. As for the great master who goes further up, there are only a few legends in the martial arts world. According to my mother's opinion, the great Qian imperial clan has them. The sentence goes, my holy lady grandmaster can fight against the great grandmaster. I don't know if it's just bragging. Grade 9 to grade 1 mainly depends not on qualifications, but on the foundation of martial arts and the perseverance of the warrior. However, anything with a stronger mind can be achieved. Breaking through innate limitations requires some aptitude and understanding. As for masters, they are rare and indispensable in terms of qualifications, resources, opportunities, techniques, and understanding. Breaking through one's innate nature can lead to a life of 150 years, while a great master can live for 200 years. Isn't that a great master? In the realm of advancement, can one live forever? Luoluo babbled into the discussion, but unfortunately her baby language was overlooked by the 2 big shots. Luoluo wanted to hear more news about martial arts and used his small hands and feet to attract the attention of Luoling. Unfortunately, he was suppressed by Luoling's palm, and Luoluo dared not make any movements, fearing that Luoling would swell his buttocks and affect his future image. My future martial arts master, Luoluo, was born to know that his infancy would be so miserable. Saint, I still think the young master should change his name, and Luoluo should be his nickname. Otherwise, how will he lead his subordinates in the future? Cui Mulan offers her last sincere suggestion. Luoluo quickly nodded in agreement and applauded. No need, my son must have inherited my talent, he must be a peerless pride, there's no need to consider such things. No matter how powerful a force is, it is not as powerful as an individual's strength. A powerful master can establish 100 or even 1,000-year-old aristocratic family and sect. I once saw a swordsman who condensed his swordsmanship, oppressed a generation of arrogant people, and was known as the Red Sword Saint, but his real name was Zhang Guten. Luoling's face was serious and he spoke seriously. He wanted to change the mindset of his subordinates. It's not important what their name is, but their strength are fundamental. Luoluo exclaimed in grief and anger, why don't you call her Luo Air and I Air? Although there are so many powerful and promising names, it doesn't matter if you choose one. It doesn't affect you, but it adds to the icing on the cake. Chapter 3. I should be invincible. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 4. I want to learn swordsmanship. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 5. I call it the yin-yang holy body. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 6. Leaving Luoling Creek. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 7. At the age of 12, the road to invincibility begins. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 8. Teacher. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 9. What I always have to face. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 10. The world of martial arts is about fighting, isn't it? You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text.